Launching an attack against a well-fortified defense almost always ends in disaster, and these scenes prove it clearly. Russian tanks and armored vehicles are stopped one by minefields, javelin missiles, and FPV drone strikes. Let's dive in. Russian forces gather a group of tanks and APCs in a small settlement to prepare for an assault. In total, 7 vehicles, 3 tanks, and 4 armored personnel carriers. Just as they're lining up, one tank moves into position. At that moment, an operator launches a javelin missile. A drone confirms the hit moments later. A close-up shows the tank fully destroyed. But this is just the beginning. A second missile is fired, scoring a direct hit and triggering a massive explosion. A third javelin follows, target locked, another tank knocked out. One APC tries to retreat but gets hit by a Ukrainian RPG. Meanwhile, the last remaining tank fires back, but to no avail. Another strike seals its fate. One of the damaged tanks explodes violently, its turret blown high into the air. An FPV drone captures the burning wreckage that's left behind. Meanwhile, an APC maneuvers toward the tree line to deploy infantry, but this plan doesn't last long either. The operator locks onto the target. A missile flies, hits the escaping APC. The vehicle is torn apart. Despite deploying hundreds of armored vehicles from multiple directions, the offensive doesn't go as planned. Ukrainian artillery opens up on clustered targets with pinpoint accuracy. One tank is hit directly. Another APC moves forward for reconnaissance and is immediately destroyed. One tank tries to circle around the wreckage and strikes a mine. The following vehicles face the same fate. Some manage to halt just in time, but many can't escape. HIMARS rocket systems come into play, landing precise hits within seconds. A tank tries to clear a path with a mine plow but fails. A disabled APC blocks the route completely, turning it into a bottleneck. The trenches wait ahead. An APC tries to force its way through but hits a mine and is taken out. Another attempt. Another explosion. The stalled Russian columns become easy prey for artillery strikes, turning the area into chaos. Panic spreads, mistakes multiply. A single FPV drone slams into a tank with pinpoint precision. Flames engulf it instantly. Another APC tries to push forward, only to be struck by a drone and wander right into a minefield. There's no escape, and we're not done yet. Another Russian convoy is halted. An SUV, a truck, an MTLB, and an APC. The first target, the SUV, goes up in flames. The second drone hits the MTLB. The third drone slams into the APC's roof, igniting the ammunition stacked on top in a massive blast. Finally, a drone strikes the truck, triggering a huge detonation. Most of the ammo was inside. Another Russian push is stopped cold. Elsewhere, a Ukrainian drone chases down a Russian tank, strikes it, and disables it. A second drone dives into the open hatch and sets off the ammunition inside. Flames consume the tank. Next up, another APC. A direct drone hit. The blast wipes it out. This APC never makes it through the minefield. A drone hits from behind, another from the front. Flames engulf it until a final massive detonation tears it apart. Another failed push, another destroyed convoy. Ammo ignites, flames spread, entire vehicles consumed. In one scene, a grenade drops straight inside an APC, setting off an internal fire that triggers secondary explosions. The blaze spreads to a nearby vehicle loaded with explosives. The fire intensifies rapidly. A Ukrainian drone hovers over an abandoned Russian APC to deliver the final blow. The strike succeeds. Flames swallow the vehicle, followed by a massive blast. A close-up shows the wrecked interior completely shredded. Elsewhere, Ukrainian scouts locate a hidden Russian rocket storage site that has been stockpiling supplies for days. The HIMARS crew locks in coordinates. The operator pushes the button. The first rocket hits, then a second follows. Slow-motion footage reveals the devastation as the rockets slam into the trucks. Enemy ammunition goes up in flames. In seconds, all the supplies the Russians stockpiled are wiped out with just 2 precise strikes. Ukrainian intelligence spots a Russian Buk air defense system. A HIMARS rocket finds its mark. The exploding warhead sends shrapnel in every direction. Meanwhile, a Russian Grad MLRS readies to fire. When it launches, its position is exposed. Ukrainian drones are dispatched immediately. The Russian system tries to escape, but a Ukrainian FPV drone is already closing in. A recon drone relays live coordinates while the FPV drone dives in for the kill. A huge explosion follows, another enemy launcher eliminated, and that's the brutal reality. A reckless assault against a solid defense ends in wreckage and loss. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more and don't forget to subscribe.